If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos.
Aloha, our keto friends. We are very excited to be here, and we want to just give you some tips for success because, Kai, you want to see everybody get healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really do. You know what? We're really excited because our book, Sugar-Free Kids, is for pre-order now. But besides that, we just want to tell you some of the things that we do to make sure that we're always eating healthy, right, Kai?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I always suggest is, number one, think positive. I know that it sounds cheesy, but Kai, you always have a great attitude, don't you?
Yeah.
And you know what? You're awesome to be around. Everybody loves being around Kai because he's always thinking on the bright side. You know what? We all have bad things happen. But here's for example. You know what, Kai?
Yeah.
When the doctor told me that I couldn't have my own children, instead of getting sad, I said, you know what? I'm going to adopt some cool kids.
Yeah.
And now I have the coolest kids in my life. So just changing your mindset instead of being like, meh, I can't have any bread or rice. You know what? What kind of bread do we have? Protein bread, right? And we just made, you had the French toast with it?
Yeah.
And it was so good.
I love French toast.
He loves the protein bread French toast. So start thinking positive on all of the things that you can have. Like, you know what I had for breakfast?
What?
A filet mignon. I used to think steak was really unhealthy. And you love chicken wings? I used to think chicken wings were unhealthy, but they're not. So just start thinking positive on all of the things that you can have. So that's number one. Number two is plan for success. What I do is I make a lot of things. So if I get stuff out to make meatballs, I do a quadruple batch and keep a lot of meatballs in the freezer, right? And so then Kai can just put some on a baking sheet and bake them as needed if he wants to. And what do you love for dinner? The Italian chili, right?
Yeah.
I make that Italian chili all the time, and I'll do a quadruple batch. The Italian chili is on my website, Maria Mind Body Health. And that Italian chili, they can just heat it up whatever they want to bowl. Especially if you start doing intermittent fasting where your kids eat maybe a different time than you do. Doing batch cooking is great. They can heat up stuff, and that's why I love the slow cooker.
Yeah.
If you don't have a slow cooker, I know everybody loves their Instant Pot, but I love my slow cooker. So on all my recipes for my Instant Pot books, I also do slow cooker recipes because I still use that. And what I do is, while Kai and Micah help clean up dinner, I'll fill the slow cooker, and then the night before, and then all I have to do is take it the shell out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Make sure you plug it in because it's really not good. You won't come home to a nice meal. But what's nice about slow cooking is everybody, especially with school, if you have activities and stuff, they can just open up the slow cooker, eat when they need to, and they always have a hot meal. So that's my tip for that. I used to make you bone broth all the time when you were a baby. Gosh, what other recipes do I love? I made tacos today, right?
Oh, yeah.
I made the taco meat, Touchdown Tacos. It's in the kids' book, but taco meat, you know, it's just ground beef with my taco seasoning, and I do a big batch of that because you just like to heat that up and put it in lettuce wraps, right? Lettuce wraps, and if you can do dairy, some sour cream, cheese, onions. Yeah? You like onions? I didn't know that. And then sauces. I always make my ambrosia sauce. So for lunch, it's earlier here. We're 5 hours earlier than everybody else. I like fish, right?
Yeah.
So I make fish with my ambrosia sauce, and all I have to do is fry a piece of fish up, and it takes 5 minutes, and then the sauce is already in the fridge because I make a big batch of that. But we have sauces for barbecue sauce, everything. We just always have sauces because that's like can make a meal go from to really yummy, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. My pudding. If you haven't tried my protein sparing pudding, you can make it the regular way, which is on Maria Mind Body Health. But we do the protein sparing pudding, so it's a higher in protein, lower in fat to hit your protein goals. Remember, do the keto calculator on Maria Mind Body Health. It's free. But we do the protein sparing pudding, and then that lasts for days in the fridge. And then they can just have that for breakfast if they want. It's super easy. And let's see, what else do we make? The protein sparing bread. I make that all the time, don't I?
Yeah.
Probably like every other day. But at home, I have a really big stand mixer, an 8-quart, and I'll do a double batch, and then I'll store one loaf in the freezer, and then I can have sandwiches. We can have French toast. I like it with eggs. It's just a really delicious recipe that you can try out. Let's see. Tip number 3, sleep well. If you don't, you sleep good, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
If you don't sleep good, you're gonna have, first of all, you're gonna be crabby, right? We both get crabby if we don't sleep good, don't we? And you're gonna have elevated blood sugars, and so it's harder to say no to sugar. Sorry, I'm dropping all this stuff. It's harder to say no to sugar and carbohydrates if you don't sleep good. So get your sleep on, my friend, and I can help you get good sleep. I help a lot of people get good sleep. Let's see. I sleep about 9.5 hours a night, but then I hit it hard all day. I don't stop moving. I run all day, don't I? I never sit down. Let's see. Get the junk out of the house. If it's in the house, it's going to be calling your name. It does. I remember I would buy this low-carb ice cream. It was called Carb Smart ice cream.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was chocolate with peanut butter swirls. It was really good. This was before you were born.
Yeah.
And if it was in the freezer, in the middle of the night, it would call my name. I would like wake up to go eat it because I just wanted it. And I'd say, don't ever buy it again. But guess what, Kai?
What?
I'd buy it again. I'd buy it again, but you just gotta keep that stuff out. Keep that out of the house. Make good, healthy food that nourishes you, okay? Let's see. Find a support group. We have free support group. We have the link below for you. It's a free support group, our Facebook group. Everybody loves it. They talk about their wins, their losses. They encourage everybody. We talk about good keto products, bad keto products, things to stay away from, how to get good sleep. Lots of tips like that. And maybe think about adding in some protein sparing days. If you're stuck and the scale's not moving and it's making you want to quit, try adding in 2 or 3 protein sparing days a week. That's very helpful for tipping the scales. A lot of people say that they're so satiated they can't eat all of the food I have on the meal plans for them. But they're so excited because the results are really helping them get what they want to see when it comes to results. And you know what? My last tip is maybe say no to others so you can say yes to yourself. You know, on the plane, they tell you to put your mask on first before helping others. That's what I'm talking about. You have to take care of yourself because then you can be a better mommy, you can be a better spouse, you can be a better friend to others if you feed yourself well and if you give yourself good sleep. I promise you, if you take care of yourself, you will give better to others. All I do is give to others all day, but I make sure that I feed myself well and I get good sleep. And I love to be outside in nature. Those are a priority to me. And then I can give to you really well, right, Kai?
Yeah.
You're right. So, should we go have some lunch?
Yeah.
Should we go have some tacos? You're gonna have tacos, I'm gonna have fish. What do you want to say to everybody?
Cook with your kids.
Cook with your kids. And
have fun.
Oh, I have another tip. I almost forgot. Here, you like this a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
So I usually don't like keto products, but this guy, Ketoned Bodies, I have the link below for you all. He's making my recipes. So it's not bad ingredients. He's using my recipes, nothing else added to it. And he's gonna do the cleanse. So if you're doing my 30-day ketogenic cleanse and the recipes are just, you don't have time to do it, we have about, 20 of these in the freezer at a time. 10 to 20. And so if I forgot to make something, guess what? We put that in the oven, and I love that there's no plastic.
Yeah.
Plastic is estrogenic. So it just comes here. Can you open that?
This?
Yeah. It just comes in a nice, don't rip it. Just pull it out, man. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just slide it out, and then you just put this into a 250 degree oven and warm it up, and it's delicious. He makes the most amazing food. I usually hate frozen pre-made meals, but he does a really good job. So you can always have a backup plan like I do, because you know what? Life does get away with all of us. And now what do you want to say?
Cook with your kids. Again.
Mahalo.
Bye.
Bye. If you want to change your life like I've changed mine with food, I would be honored to help you. Many of you don't know that I was twice my size. I had acid reflux. I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I had depression. I had IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. And food changed my life. And not only did that happen, I get to eat good food, right? Good food. So if you want to eat good food, I have perfected meal plans made by me and personal help with supplements or modifications if you have Hashimoto's, if you have Graves, if you have IBS, if you have PCOS, contact me. I would be honored to help you. You can go to keto-adapted.com and find a lot of different options there for personalized help, or message me by commenting below on this YouTube video, or you can check me out at mariamindbodyhealth.com. Mahalo.
Sharing is caring.